Hey man, I miss you guys. Happy holidays to you. If you're watching, you probably have leftover turkey today. What we having for dinner? Turkey stew, turkey soup, turkey sandwiches. What else we having? Everything turkey. Is that what we're having today? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. See if we got anybody else joining our room on Facebook right now. Just taking a look. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Did everybody have a productive Thanksgiving? Did y'all have a fantastic Thanksgiving? Did everybody have a good one? Y'all can unmute for a moment. We can unmute for a moment. I want to hear from you. Sam, how was your Thanksgiving? I'll call you out.
I must say it was excellent. Got a
Yes.
chance to, got a chance to hang out with family, get caught up on some things. I'm healthy, you know. I must say, truly blessed. It was a great day.
Man, that's awesome. Awesome. What are we having for dinner tonight?
Leftover dressing, macaroni and cheese, greens, sweet potato. Hey, that's lunch. That's dinner.
For
That's
the
my
next
snack.
3 days, right? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. Oh man. All right, look, just put me a side plate together. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are tuning in right now watching me live, I'm gonna show you how you get your refrigerator full without cooking. We're gonna go right down the line and I'm gonna ask everybody to ask me for a plate. So that's how we're gonna do it. That's how we're gonna do it.
Right.
That's how we're gonna do it. I don't need more than 3 meals though. I don't need more than three.
Right. Right.
Hey, Brandy, tell me, how was your holiday? How was Thanksgiving? Is she there? I'll come back to you. Donna, are you there? Are you live?
Yes, I'm live.
Tell me what you do for Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving, darling?
And it was great. Spend time with family. Ate a lot of good food.
What we having left over? What we having left over? Everybody want to know.
And greens, mac and cheese, yams, mashed potatoes, green beans,
That's two plates.
dressing, and hen, um, some cake, lemon cake, chocolate cake.
Oh
You know,
wow. Okay, you still going? I can't eat all of that. We done lost 60+ pounds over here. We can't eat all of that. We can. What are you trying to do to me? What in the world are we doing here? What are
exactly.
we doing? All right. Hey Donna, thank you for checking in. Thank you for checking in. All right, let's go back. Let's see if Brandy's still with us. Brandy, what are you doing? Hey, let me ask her to unmute for a second if she's there. If she can't, then that's okay. But it's okay. Um, well, listen, it's always good to have you guys, and I'm gonna let you know, everyone listening. I'm so grateful, so thankful to you. Thank you for all the dozens and dozens and dozens of text messages, emails, all the communication. I can't get to all of you, but I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being here. And I'm looking forward to what's to come. Oh man, we're making it happen. So, you know, if I could have one more bowl of dressing and one more uh, another plate of collard greens, and then what else is out there? And then some candy yams, all that stuff, man. I tell you, I had an opportunity to go with some family and friends of mine this past weekend, right? And if you guys, I can't see who's on. I can't see who's on uh, my Facebook Live family, but I know you're there. And if you're not there, tune into that on Facebook Live as well in the group if you're there. All right. Just to give us some traction because they don't know that you're in the back studio. You get to talk live. That's the advantage of being a Lifestyle Focused Wealth community member. They get to be on the backstage, and we get to communicate live. I'll be going back and forth with our team in the back, and letting you know that, hey man, there are people out here already taking advantage of what millionaires and billionaires do. So and we're having fun at it. We're having a good time. We're really having a good time. But today's topic, I'm rambling because I want to give everybody time to get in the room. After last week, there were many calls. There were many calls. Even had an opportunity to go and redo a segment with four wonderful ladies that will be posted on Hindsight Media later on this week. And I did a conversation with Miss T, and I have to tell you, it is a hot conversation. Last week, we talked about mental health and money and why we do what we do with money. Where did it come from? How does it work? And how does that affect how you and your family think about money today? So what comes from it is we already know, we know I see some people trying to get in. I'm trying to get you in. I see people trying to get in, but okay. We do know that it's the way we grow up. It's the environment that we're in. We also know that if if our influence goes back that far, it could affect how we think about money. So that leads to the question of self-care. What is self-care? I mean, I'm straight out of the chair. If you are on Facebook and you've seen us live or you seen our page, you can see that was my feet. I'm ashamed to tell y'all that was my feet, but it is what it is. I was having them taken care of. Hands, nails, feet, toes. Fellas, it is okay. Ask your lady. It's okay to be fly. All right? If you're a lady out there and you agree with me, give me a thumbs up so all the fellas will know. We're going to pick on the fellas next time. Don't be going home scrubbing your feet next to your lady, scratching her legs up. I tell you, I was one of those guys too. I was one of those guys too. I know. But guess what? We got to learn. What we don't know, we got to learn. That's how that happens, right? We just got to learn. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing. There's an overwhelming thumbs up from everybody, right? There's an overwhelming thumbs up for everybody. So we're going to talk about self-care. And what does that mean? Self-care and money. How do those align? And if you happen to be a first timer here, first of all, let me thank you. This is When the Lights Go Out, Are You Ready? It is Lifestyle Focus Friday, and I am your host, Ronco Johnson, thanking you for coming in, sitting down, relaxing, unwind with me for about 45 minutes to an hour. As we discuss what millionaires and billionaires do, we're going to talk about some love. We're going to talk about food. We're going to talk about travel. We're going to talk about relationships and much more as we go forward. As we go forward, I'm going to take a little survey from our studio guest today. And if you're in the studio, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and unmic, and I'm going to ask you guys, if you were here last week, a couple takeaways that you've had from our previous programs that I can share with the audience. And then tell me something that you did that would go in the category of self-care. It being Thanksgiving season, being around family can be considered as self-care. But I want you to go deeper than that. Share with me an experience that comes to mind. Okay? An experience. I'm giving you a second to think about it. That way you're not on the spot. But we got to make it kind of quick. So, give me an experience, something from our past program that was important that you've attached and you used this past week, and then what did you do as self care and apply it this past week? I I want to know. I want to pick on Donna out there. Donna, you go up there first. Since you were the first one in the room, let's. I'm going to unmute you there. Go ahead. Tell me, Donna, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Tell me something that we've talked about in the last week that's really sparked your interest.
Well, the thing that you've talked about has been taking care of your mental health. There's so many things that we go through on a daily, from traveling through chaotic traffic. This is the time of the year where the traffic ramps up due to the holiday season. So just kind of navigating through that thing, trying to get back home safe, trying to think about all the things that you need to do. So the one thing that I took from it is just really taking care of my mental health, just really taking some time for me to just sit back, take a deep breath, relax for about a half an hour or so. No noise, no silence. I mean, no noise, no TV, no nothing. Just kind of sit back and relax and just kind of meditate and reflect on some things. Is one that I took from it. Another thing is too, so that my mind is not completely just going and going and going, even as I sleep. It's just writing down and jotting down some of the things that I need to do on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, and just scratching those things off or checking those things off of my list as I go down, which then frees up some of my mind space for other things. So those are some things I took from it.
Well, hey, you know what? Those are valuable nuggets. Those are nuggets that I think we can all learn from. And when we talk about self care and mental health, it all goes together actually, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have this conversation, because when we discuss mental health, we don't realize that our health can like you said, if you're sitting in traffic, you could be you could be on a moment in a mental rage just because you're sitting in traffic because you can't get there fast enough. And we don't want that. We don't want that from anybody, right? So
Right.
having an understanding of what we mean by mental health, right? Because at the end of the day, what we think about, we are kind of what we think about. We are. We are. Thank you, Donna, for that. I really appreciate it. Hey, Sam, you're up.
Yes. What I've learned the last week. I've been conscious of it for forever, but trying to find a way to de-stress. And one thing I do on a regular, and I've been doing this my entire life, is walking. A lot of people ask me, why do I walk? And they say, well, I think you need to gain a few pounds, but I tell them I don't do it to gain. I mean, for exercise. I mean, for physical exercise, I do it to exercise my brain, because when I walk, it just helps me de-stress. Um, it helps clear my head. Just helps my thinking process. So that's one thing I've been doing, like I said, my entire life. But last week, it just made me think about some other issues. Some trauma that I've dealt with over the years, and how it has affected my decision making.
Right. Right. You know, physical fitness and financial fitness go hand in hand. All that goes hand in hand with self care. So, what I hear you saying, Sam, is look, it's hard to function if I got all this negative energy. I got to find a way to get this energy off my shoulders so I can focus on more positive things all day. Okay?
Exactly.
And for those of you that have experienced some type of emotional abuse, or you're still dealing with some type of traumas in your past, that trauma bond has to be broken. That trauma bond has to be broken. Now, I'm not a psychiatrist, and I don't have a whole bunch of letters after the back of my name, but I do know this. Just like you deal with human personalities from day to day, and we have to break those habits. We have to find ways to energize our thoughts with walking, working out, being around loved ones, people who love you for you. That's just as much self-care as going to get your nails and hair and feet done, taking a massage. I got another one. How about those of you that have vacation time and don't take vacation? You have time off at work, but you're working overtime. My question is, why don't we work overtime on finding the things that give us the most adequate self care? Because if I have time off, I can get rest. If I have time with family and friends, I can re energize. If I can be around people and create memories and experiences, that goes well beyond how much money we spent for the holiday season. And how am I tying this all to money? Because we have to break the trauma bond that we have with being, as a nation, 90% financially illiterate. That's a trauma bond in itself. It's hard to break. So, what do you do? How have you prepared for when the lights go out? Because there's no if, it's a matter of when. And yes, now I am an expert in the field of insurance and financial services for the last 25 years. I can say that, and I can hang my hat on that. And I can tell you there is a difference between people who are prepared and for those who know they should be prepared and they haven't taken the time to get there yet. Our challenge, our financial challenge this week is to think about, okay, it is Black Friday. How many of you guys are running to your insurance or financial professional to buy your wills, your trust, your life insurance? Why aren't we kicking in the door so we can be financially free? Today, when you go home and watch the news, you'll see people waiting in line for hours to get into their favorite store to buy things. Buying things that they consider self-care. Attempting to avoid the shame of not being able to provide. Well, there's nothing wrong with it. I got to go Christmas shopping too. I mean, we do. I want to shop. Like anyone else, I can appreciate another pair of socks that, guys get. But I probably would rather make sure that I'm going to secure my family's future. I want to make sure I secure even my own future. I can't put a $300 clock before my $300 consultation on my wills and trusts. Why? Because I might have the shame of providing a bicycle for Christmas, but if I don't make it to Christmas, I don't want my family to be shamed because I didn't provide adequate life insurance to my family for when the lights go out. Because we all know Christmas is got a date in December. Your lights out moment does not. So you've heard me say many of times that we need to prepare for the unexpected. But is it really unexpected when we know it's going to happen? If I'm still with you and you're in the back office, you feel free to make a comment, make a post if you understand where I'm going with that. This weekend, I could tell you, self care means a lot. As we were sitting down talking about having dinner today over Thanksgiving, one of the things I could talk about here on live is we were talking about the difference between the teenagers today and then us as teenagers. Any of you guys remember when you were younger, you had the rotary phone, you had the phone, you had to hit the dial and it tick, 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 ticks, and then it goes all the way around. And one of the children at the table, a college student actually, said that they didn't even remember. They don't remember the rotary phone, as she was playing with her text message on her cell phone. And if you were one of those people who dialed the wrong number and you hit the wrong number and you watched the little rotary go back, you had to hang up and you had to start the whole number all the way over again. If you remember that, put that in the chat. Or better yet, before cordless phones, you go upgrade from the rotary phone to the push button phone. The buttons on the phone, but you still had to carry the phone around, right? And you got the long extension cord. That way you have it where you can walk around the house. But if you were on the phone and you were on the phone too long, your mama could answer the phone on the other end in a different room and tell you, "Hey, boy, get off that phone." Children today would never even think about being interrupted in the middle of their phone call, right? By their parents. Where am I going with this? This is all that mental health, but it's also self-care. It's self-care in a different kind of way. It's just to show that how we see things differently today. We were talking about getting collect calls. You remember back when you used to write a love letter? I know I used to write a love letter from college to my girlfriend at the time on Monday, and I would stick it in the mail to let her know that we were going to have a collect call on Thursday at 8 p.m. And at 8 p.m., I would be sitting there waiting to make that phone call. And once I pick up the phone call, I'm like, "Hey, I can't talk long. I don't want my mom to have to pay more than a few minutes for the collect call." How many of you guys remember that? Today, kids don't know nothing about stopping at a phone booth. They don't know nothing about a collect call. Yet and still, the business world got smarter. If you really think about it, the payphone didn't go away. It multiplied. Instead of just paying for the phone in your house where you only had one, now everybody in the house has a phone. Everybody pays a bill all the time for a phone. Where it used to just be you paid if you used the phone, but now you pay even if you don't. To some people, the phone is the most valuable thing in their universe. What am I talking about? Self-care. When you can get lost in technology, it might not be a good thing because we start forgetting how to treat one another. We start focusing on what's real. We start thinking about what we want to do in the metaverse. We buy houses and cars in the metaverse. We have stock in the metaverse. We have things that don't even really exist, almost cartoon imagery and ideas. Today we block people. We block people just because we have a conversation that we don't agree on. In real life, you can't block people. What happened to learning how to deal with conflict in a manner that is sufficient for two people to communicate their point of view? It's self-care. Being able to do that. Having the life skill. That is self-care. I see you, Donna. I see what you're saying. You remember back when you had different numbers, right? Or maybe even when you had the pager and you had friends with a code as a pager. You know? Come on, y'all. But the one thing that I can tell you from this conversation that we were having is I will never forget the experience that we were providing everyone at the table. For the young people, it was laughing and joking. They were looking around like they didn't understand. For the more mature people at the table, it was a moment that we could go back to our childhood and share with them something that doesn't exist today. How many of you sit at the table and have dinner? There's somebody out there that has dinner on a couch, on a paper plate. How many of your kids go outside and play, ride bicycles, play football in the street? Today, it's Fortnite. today, today is a digital world, right? Where am I going with this? The crazy thing about it is the young people were really interested in how mom and dad and grandparents once survived. Parents today are interested in knowing how young adults communicate so differently. But this is an opportunity for us to start talking about the things that really matter. You know, like, hey, what's our first investment going to be for our kid? What are we going to talk about? You guys hear me talk about wills and trusts all the time. I just happen to talk about all the topics that I deal with that surround money, and money surrounds everything. The United States is about capitalism, and capitalism means that somebody has to capitalize off of the conversations that make you move. Ever thought about Thanksgiving's just finished, just yesterday, but before Thanksgiving, I didn't see anybody posting up turkeys. I saw a Christmas tree. I saw a snowman. I saw candy canes way before Christmas. Mental health, why would mental health and self-care have to do with this topic? It's because we're forgetting the foundations of what makes us happy. If we can start forgetting about Thanksgiving, that doesn't give us time to think about the things we're thankful for. It shouldn't be just one day. It should be forever. Every day I'm thankful. I'm thankful for you. Hey, you're allowed to put your name, put some information down in the comments. Please put some information down in the comments. If you agree with me, disagree with me, it doesn't matter. I just want to hear from you. But let me take this time to introduce you to lifestylefocusedwealth.com. Yes, we want you to become a member of our community. You want to join? This community of people are fun. You know why they're fun? Because everyone to the left of you and to the right of you are doing the same thing. They're taking advantage of what millionaires and billionaires do by growing their cash in a place where they control the outcome. They're learning to finance everything they purchase without interrupting any of its compounded interest. The difference between the people in these groups and the wealthy, they understand that they continue to earn dividends with interest from their favorite insurance company whenever they take out loans from their policy. And guess what they go buy then? They go buy the Christmas tree. They go buy the Thanksgiving turkey. They go buy the wills and trusts. They might even buy the life insurance on their kids and grandkids from the cash value of their very own policies. What I'm saying here is it's the giving season. It's the giving season. And it's the giving season that you can actually control how you want the direction of your legacy to go. There's no gift greater than that one gift, even though most people in the family might not understand what you've given them until that day comes, until they need their college fund money, until they have their first down payment on their house, until mom and dad didn't have to struggle because they borrowed cash from their policy to buy Christmas, but they got 12 months to pay it back to themselves. Until mom and dad can say we can retire because we've been compounding money even though we had access to OPM, other people's capital. Y'all help me out. Am I putting that together for you?
Yes.
Donna, am I putting that together for you? I want to hear from you.
Absolutely. You already know.
So, are you one of those folks that we get to the holiday season, you can't wait to go spend your money? I'm not telling you not to go spend. I'm saying, how did you spend it and where did the capital come from that you're spending? Are you one of those?
Nope.
So tell me.
I'm not one of those.
You're not one of those? Good.
No.
Good. You've been through our coaching class. I like to pick on Donna. So Donna, tell me, did you participate in Black Friday at all?
You know what? I did a real little bit, but I had already borrowed the money from my cash value of my insurance. So, I mean, $50, it's not gonna hurt me. But where the $50 came from is what's important.
Did you put it on your credit card first and then pay off the credit card?
No, I took the money from my cash value and then I used the money on my credit card and used the money from my cash value to pay my credit card off.
Perfect.
So it wasn't money, it's still compounding interest in my insurance.
So listen, folks. Listen, thank you, Donna. Thank you so much for that. So listen, what you might not have understood is why would I pay to use the credit card? The credit card is giving you reward points. So when you go into the store, I'm not telling you not to use your credit card. Use your credit card. Spend it. It gives us an additional 30 days of what? OPM. Gives you another 30 days of OPM. But what Donna just said is, yeah, but I've already taken the loan for my insurance policy ready to pay off the credit card. So if I pay my credit card off within 20 to 25 days, I didn't give it time to accrue the interest at the end of the month. And also, my credit scores stay intact because I've paid my credit down to zero, if I can. Am I right, Donna? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, Donna? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Is
Can
that-
you hear me?
Yes, there you go. I can hear you.
Yes, that's exactly what I was saying.
So let me just ask, just for the audience, see if they can follow it. So your income goes where? Where does your income go when your income comes in from your employer?
To my cash value of my insurance policy.
So wait a minute. So your income comes in from your cash. Your income goes into your cash value, and then you went ahead and used your credit card to buy some Christmas gifts. But then you took the policy loan from your insurance to pay off the credit card.
Yes.
And then you can make those payments back to your loan if you would like over time.
Yes. Yes.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Thank you for that, Donna. Thank you for that. Hey, listen, this is the kind of tools that we're using. And we're increasing some financial intelligence here just by even having the conversation, right? We're just having a conversation. Now, her kids and grandkids are not going to go without. She's not going without either. She's still earning interest on the money that she just used. And I don't care what your other friends out there say. Oh, that's too expensive. This is that and that and this. I can tell you this. She's prepared for when the lights go out. Just in case that gift doesn't get to see her day, she's got that taken care of too. It's not that I'm saying we need to walk around and be scared of things. It gives us the freedom to do the things that make us happy. And that's self-care. It does the things that cut down the mental anxiety that how is my family going to survive? That is mental health care. But when you get to open gifts, when you get to share with family, man, there's nothing like it. Those are memories, those are experiences that you can never forget, and your kids will never forget. Just like we were sitting at the table this weekend, we could never forget the cordless phone. We can't forget writing the love letters. We cannot forget mom interrupting our conversations, our private conversations, while we're in the middle of a conversation with our boyfriends and girlfriends. We don't forget that. Good, bad, or indifferent, those are experiences. And they've lasted longer than your favorite toy. This holiday season, I just want you guys to really, really, really take these next few days, these for months, and really just really pay attention to what I've said. And if what I'm saying resonates with you, do me a favor. Stop. Let's pause for a second. I would like for you to hit the subscribe button right here below. Hit the notification bell so you can get all of our updates. Help our cause. If you're on Facebook, share this video on your page with your folks. Let them know that you're part of this community called Lifestyle Focused Wealth. And we want your friends to join us and be a part of our community too. Why? Because we want to share lifetime experiences with you. We want our family and extended family and new friends to become as significant as we're working to become. Man, I tell you, I've enjoyed being able to go from city to city, state to state. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and I think Donna and Sam are in Wisconsin, for goodness sakes. So I've had a phone call as far as Europe this past week. So listen, we are definitely getting some traction and understanding that, the financial wellness conversation is bigger than just the interest rate, just bigger than just the insurance product. It's bigger than the stocks, the bonds, the real estate. It's a lifestyle. And if you want to be part of that lifestyle, join us. Let's get your gear up. It's time to get your gear up. Once we get our swag gear, it supports financial education. We're supporting financial education for the community. The Ronco Johnson Foundation, L.R. Johnson and Associates, we're out here in the community. We're out here giving information to you for the holidays. We're passing along value with these conversations that hopefully you can respect. My passion for what we're doing, I hope it's coming through. I hope it's coming through. I really do. I hope it's coming through. I'm hoping that what I'm saying to you is helping you put some things in perspective and just remind you what is important during the holiday season when the media is telling you to go crazy and spend all your money. There's a reason why they want you to spend your money. It's because your money is their OPM. You are OPM to the people you spend money with. And the more OPM I can leverage, the more money I can earn in my banking system on a tax deferred, tax free basis without interrupting the interest that it earns. That's the big business. If we start to understand the bigger picture, the business behind the bigger picture, the corporation behind the business, then we understand the why. We got to understand the why. The moment that we start understanding the why, you start to move differently. I didn't say you go without. I just said you move differently. Your thoughts are different. Your friends are different. And when you begin to elevate, you can't take everybody with you. As we talked about last week, I drive a two-seater on purpose. We stopped riding the bus. Can't take everybody with you. Not everybody's designed to go with you. If you're not understanding where I'm heading, if you're not understanding the context of this conversation, you're having a lights out moment. And I hope you stay tuned to when the lights go out. Are you ready? I hope you become one of our family members, because as we start to travel in 2024, coming up very soon, we want you to be a part. We want you to be a part of it, but we want you to have access to the lifestyle in the most efficient, tax efficient way. Because that's where we're going to share the stories of how you do it. We're going to share the coaching classes of how you do it. We're going to share with you in our one-on-one sessions of what it takes to write down your budget plans. You might as well go ahead and get started. Write down your goals, your financial goals for next year. Let's put it down on a list. Who said we had to wait till January? Start today. It probably is a good thing to start today before you start spending money in an unhealthy way. Because again, when you start making financial decisions, but you've also got a plan, you got a strategy, things work out a lot better. Things just work out better. I didn't say we're better than anyone. We're just different. We're just different. Our values are different. Our values are different. Any questions from the studio audience? Anybody in the studio got a question for me? If you got a studio question, ask. Raise your hand and then let me know, and I'll be coming to you and asking. We got about 15 minutes left. If you want to get access to me and you want to do a one-on-one session, I'd love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. You can catch us at www.roncojohnson.com, or you can go to lifestylefocusedwealth.com and just schedule a one-on-one session. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're an advisor that's listening to us and you want to be a part of or learn how to become one of our financial wellness coaches and help other people get to where they want to go, give me a ring. We want to entertain that conversation. We need more people like you in the room. Your influence matters, and we appreciate what you do. Because the people that are in your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your TikTok, in your LinkedIn, on your Snapchat, that follow you on your YouTube, if they're really, really your friends, then they're going to take what you're saying seriously. And they're going to look at you, I hope, they look at you the way I feel some people see me, with tremendous value, because you're saving them from making decisions that can be destructive. And you're allowing them hope. You're giving them a spreadsheet. You're providing them a GPS, a directive of where to go to get the information that they no longer can say doesn't exist. It does. This is more real than Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. These are real people. And your financial plans your financial plans matter today because it's your planning that's going to give the future an opportunity to continue to build wealth beyond measure. And now we're talking about bridging the gap between the financial gap between communities. We're also talking about solving some of our mental health anxiety and our how we function with money, debt, glamour, and all the things that glitter. And yes, we'll be doing a replay Zoom. I know there's a question in the group. Will you be doing a replay of this Zoom? And I think it's going to be probably at our 8 o'clock show tonight at 8 o'clock. You can catch us on YouTube at 8 p.m. On Fridays, or you can just play it back. But if you're on it live, we're here every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we do want you to become part of our Lifestyle Focused Wealth with Ronco Johnson online on YouTube. Go there, snap, and hit the subscribe button, the notification button, and the bell as well. And if you do miss an episode or you just don't know where to go, just remember my name, RoncoJohnson.com. Okay? Perfect. Any other questions from the studio? I hope it plays back the way we want it to. We got some detail that we've been working on. It is now 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, but we got some details that we've been working on that I can't wait to share with you. So we need to have you become a member today. Membership's $20 a month. It's $16 a month when you pay for an annual subscription. You will be on the list, our emailing list for events. You'll receive our online magazine. You'll be part of our community and culture and all the good things that we got coming up that we want to share with you. We want you to be a part of. Hey, we got the Super Bowl coming in February. I know these two people online are already planning to join me in Las Vegas the week of the Super Bowl, and I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to that. And you have the opportunity to do it as well. But you got to be a member now. And you need to subscribe to everything we have because we want to keep the people who don't belong out of the mix. We want to keep the people who don't belong out of the mix. Things are getting ready to start changing, and it's changing for the better. We want to keep positive energy in the room, and these people, professionals who look for positive energy and people to network and collaborate with, they're looking for you as well. So I've run over my time just a little bit because we got a little bit of a delayed start. But the information, I hope that you have found it helpful. Donna and Sam, thank you guys for being our co-host today, for coming on and supporting and being a part of it. And thank you again out there in social media land for supporting us. When the lights go out, are you ready? This is When the Lights Go Out, Are You Ready? It's Lifestyle Focus Friday. I want you to enjoy your holiday weekend, and I look forward to seeing you at the top. Until now, from now till next week, Friday afternoon at 1 p.m., or you can catch the playback at 8 p.m.